Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders claimed two defensive backs off waivers, Tariq Fields Castro and Rashad Wildgoose from the Jets. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. I'll give you guys some information on them. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Let's get right into it. So they were able to claim two DBs, a position that was, they definitely needed some more depth for sure. Tariq Fields Castro played for the 49ers and Rashad Wildgoose played for the Jets. Two very interesting names, especially Rashad Wildgoose, but definitely a position in need. And those are the players they claimed successfully. There's a waiver order, so they probably put in claims for other players, just weren't able to get them. I was hoping they would add another linebacker. They just seem content for some reason. Sorry about the background noise. They seem content with these linebackers that they have on the team. And you know what? If it works out, great for them. If not, though, every single person, fan or whatever, even the media have been saying they need another linebacker for 6 months now. They still haven't gotten one, and we'll see if they have an injury at the linebacker position and the next guy's not ready. Well, they were, I guess, not warned, but they should have gotten another linebacker. We'll see if anything happens, but I doubt it. But let's go in more detail into these two players. So let's start off with Tariq Fields Castro, who is somewhat of a bigger name, was drafted this year in the 6th round. I'll just go through this thread right here. So he's a local guy that went to Riverdale Baptist, and then Penn State, was the 6th round pick by San Francisco this year. And then Wildgoose played in 5 games last year for the Jets, was a 6th round pick out of Wisconsin last year. And he says, I don't know a ton about each player. Obviously, it stands out that San Fran cut Castro-Fields before he ever played, but I do know Wildgoose is an incredible name. So yeah, and they're going to have to make some, roster moves for that. And I know already that it's been announced, or at least reported by Kime, and I think Ben Standig confirmed it, that Curtis Hodges will go to IR. I talked about that yesterday. That was what I thought would happen, and they did it. No way you can start with 5 tight ends on the active roster. So that was a good move. So let's get into more details. So this is from Ben Standig. He posted some, thing from Dane Brugler on Tariq Castro-Fields, a competitive press corner with projectable speed, athleticism, struggles to play under control against the pass and the run. He projects as a toolsy backup with the volatile talent to push for a starting job or fall off the depth chart. Let's see if there's anything. So there was another thing by McCaughlin, who obviously was former Washington GM, and he said, he was on a podcast, I think their best bang for the buck was getting Castro-Fields. I think he's going to play, and he's going to play well. So a lot of people like him. And then here's kind of the full thing. He said he believes Castro-Fields could serve as a backup safety early in his career before settling into a starting role as a cornerback. There's some good receivers who came out of the Big Ten the last couple years, and he's a 50-50 guy. McCaughlin said of Castro-Fields, he competes with them. He doesn't back down from them. I thought where they got him, that's a steal. That's the best pick they had in the draft just because of where they got him. So, didn't work out in San Fran, but Washington's able to get him. I know I saw something else from Ben Standig, and after this I'll post a breakdown of the whole practice squad video, I'll make a video about the practice squad because that's been released, or at least most of it has. So he ran a 4.38 40-yard dash at the combine. You love to see that. 4.3, anything sub 4.45 is very, very good. And he had a 4th round grade on him, Dane Brugler from the Athletics, so he's a little bit over 6 foot tall. So this is a talented player. Who knows what happened in San Francisco? Martin Mayhew obviously worked there for a little bit, pretty high up there. So he has connections to guys that are still there, and he probably knows. So he probably knows what happened there, and he's willing to take that risk, which honestly isn't much. Here's another guy, Steve, who's a fan but watches a ton of film. He says, Castro-Fields from PG County just missed my top 100. Riverdale Baptist, 4.3 speed, special team and team captain profile. Ball production, can play press man and off man. He has a shot. Welcome home. So looks like he is, pretty talented and was projected to go anywhere from the 4th to the 5th round or 6th round, and that's where he went in the 6th round. Some more information about him you guys can see right here, from Maryland, 6'1", 197 pounds, picked 6th round pick 43 by the San Francisco 49ers, 4.38 40-yard dash. Let's look at some of his. So this guy projected him to go in the 4th round, and the overview is perimeter cornerback with appealing size and traits for press man, but confidence and consistency were missed from his 21 tape. His length, strength, and athleticism were likely to be viewed as moldable features by defensive back coaches. So you guys can read some of that rest there. We'll go through some of his strengths and weaknesses as well. Big, long, and can run. Pedal is smooth and fluid. Let's see. Able to plant and drive quickly at the top of the drop. Attacks and dislodges from blockers on the flank. Some weaknesses: impatient learner rather than slider to match release. Or leaner, lacks stickiness to the route at break points, needs to become a more aggressive face-up tackler, missed 6 games in 2020 due to injury. So there are some more strengths and weaknesses I didn't read, but if you guys want to, it's still on the screen right now. So overall, I do like this claim because cornerback, along with linebacker, I think was the biggest need for this team. So they addressed it. The only problem is you added one 7th or 6th round rookie from this year and one 6th round rookie from the year before. So I don't know if these 2 guys are going to be able to help you a lot right now. We'll see. 6th round pick. Christian Holmes right now is their 4th corner, and he was a 7th round pick. So, who knows? Maybe by the end, Tariq Castro-Fields can, overtake him for that 4th corner spot. We'll see. He's more of an outside guy, and I don't know. I'm still not feeling great about the position. I like the pick with Tariq Castro-Fields because it seems like he's a talented player. Just don't know if he's going to be able to contribute a ton right away because he is a rookie, and not only that, he has to learn the defense. He has to learn the defense, a new defense all over again. So yeah, it is what it is. Now to Rashad Wildgoose, a very, very interesting name. So went to Wisconsin, grew up in Miami, 5'11", 197 pounds as well. Was projected, I think, they don't have him here, but was probably projected around the 6th round because his prospect grade isn't great. Got drafted in 2021. Let's see. We'll go through overview. Wildgoose has adequate foot agility and can grind on slower wideouts over the first 5 yards, but lacks the makeup speed and length to recover from early missteps in coverage. Good physicality. I want to see, do they have his measurables up there? No, in terms of like combine stuff, they do not. Some of the strengths, you guys can read it here. I again didn't watch any tape on him. I might do a little bit more research after this, but trying to get this out quick for you guys so you guys can see improvement in run defense from 2018 to 2019. So he played 5 games for the Jets last year, and the Jets actually have some good depth on the team because I think they had 7 players claimed today and 11 players claimed over the last couple weeks. So they've got some talent on their roster, and he's going to be on this team. And that's one thing with the Commanders. Not a single player that they had was claimed off waivers, and that to me is a little bit concerning and speaks to their lack of depth, especially on the defensive side. So that is it for today's video. I'll have a practice video out shortly, so appreciate you guys watching, and peace.